For the men listening, do you know what makes a woman think about you when you're not around? It's not your looks. It's not your money. It's not the fact that you text her every morning and say, "Good morning, beautiful." She's probably rolling her eyes while another guy who barely texts her is taking up all that mental space. In this video, we're breaking down 7 real everyday ways to make a woman miss you without playing games or being fake. Just understanding how attraction actually works. Let's go. Most guys believe texting more and calling more is what builds attraction and makes her think about him all the time. But in reality, too much too soon can actually push her away. Men doing this fail to realize that she doesn't remember you because of the things you gave her or the gifts you gave to her. She remembers you because of how you made her feel when you were with her. So let's jump into how this all works. Number 1, stop overchasing. If you're always the one initiating every conversation, texting first, calling first, checking in first, you unintentionally remove any space for her to actually miss you. Attraction needs room to breathe. When someone is constantly available, there's no mystery, no anticipation, and no emotional gap for curiosity to form. And without curiosity, interest tends to fade into routine. The truth is, people don't miss what's always right in front of them. When you take a step back and stop overchasing, something interesting happens. The dynamic shifts. She starts to notice a change in your energy and availability, which naturally raises questions in her mind. What is he doing? Why isn't he texting as much? Has something changed? That curiosity is where attraction often begins to grow again. It's not about playing games or ignoring someone completely, but about balancing your attention so that your presence actually has value. When your communication is intentional rather than constant, it creates a healthy level of space that allows her to also invest effort, think about you on her own, and feel your absence when you're not around. 2, give her a taste, then create space. The second approach is simple. Give her a taste of your energy, then create a little space. A lot of guys get this wrong. They either hold back too much from the start and never build any real connection, or they give everything at once and wonder why things lose excitement so fast. The balance is in between. When you're with her, be fully present, be engaging, playful, make her laugh, and create moments where she genuinely enjoys your company. Let her feel like she's the only person in the room when she's with you. Even sharing a small personal detail that most people don't know can make her think, there's something different about this guy. Then, instead of constantly staying in that space, you step back a little, not by ghosting or playing games, but by simply allowing time and distance to build natural curiosity. That contrast matters. This works because of how the brain responds to emotion. When someone experiences a strong positive feeling, the brain releases dopamine. But when that feeling suddenly isn't there anymore, the brain notices the change. It starts to look for the source of that good feeling again. That's why she might replay your conversations in her head, check her phone, or think about the last time you talked without even trying to. 3, don't fall for attention traps. When you start pulling back, it's common for the other person to notice the shift and react. Sometimes she may try to regain your attention in indirect ways, posting certain photos, sharing subtle messages, or doing things she knows you're likely to see. This isn't unusual in early attraction dynamics. People often test to see if they still have influence or emotional access to you. I learned this after a while because this was me. The key mistake most guys make is reacting too quickly. The moment you respond to every signal or obvious bait, you remove the mystery and reset the dynamic back to chasing. Attraction needs uncertainty and space to grow. If everything gets an immediate reaction, there's nothing left to wonder about. Instead, staying calm and not overreacting keeps you grounded and prevents you from becoming predictable or emotionally reactive. It's not about ignoring her or playing mind games. It's about control of your attention. When you don't rush to respond to every indirect move, you show that your focus isn't easily pulled in every direction. That creates a subtle psychological shift where she begins to wonder what has your attention instead. And that curiosity is often what keeps interest alive far more than constant engagement ever could. Let me ask you this. Be honest. Has giving someone space ever made them come back to you, or did it push them away? Drop your answer in the comments. I will read all of them. 4, stay calm when she reaches out. And here's something most people underestimate. If you create the right balance of space and value, she will reach out at some point. That's a natural response when someone notices your attention isn't as freely available as it used to be. But the real difference comes in how you handle that moment. A lot of people mess this up by either acting too eager or trying too hard to seem uninterested. Both extremes throw the dynamic off. When she does reach out, the goal is to stay grounded. You don't need to overthink your response or rush to prove anything. At the same time, you don't want to act distant or cold just to create an effect. The strongest approach is simple. Be relaxed, respond naturally, and keep your energy steady. Think of it like talking to someone you're comfortable with, not someone you're trying to impress. That calm, unshaken tone communicates confidence without you having to say it directly. This matters because emotional balance is attractive. When your reactions aren't extreme, no overexcitement, no tension, you come across as someone who has control over his emotions and his time. That stability creates trust and curiosity at the same time. Instead of feeling like she has complete emotional control over your attention, she sees you as someone who values your own space just as much as the connection, and that subtle shift is often what keeps interest strong over time. 5. Build a life that doesn't depend on her. If your life feels empty without her, there's nothing for her to miss. People don't chase boredom. They're drawn to energy, purpose, and movement. A man who spends his time growing, working on goals, staying active, and enjoying life naturally becomes more attractive than someone who's just waiting around. Think of it like this. One guy is always available, always scrolling, always waiting for a message. The other is busy living, working out, building something, learning, going out, and creating new experiences. When he shows up, he has stories, growth, and energy. That difference is what creates attraction. When your life has direction and purpose, you don't have to force anyone to miss you. They feel the gap when you're not around because your presence actually adds value. And over time, that kind of energy makes people want to be part of your world, not because you asked, but because your life already feels full without them. 6. Create emotional hooks. The truth is, people don't really miss people. They miss how those people made them feel. If all you're bringing is small talk and "what are you up to" texts, there's nothing that sticks once you're gone. There's no real connection to remember. What you want to do instead is create small emotional moments that stay with her. That could be an inside joke only you two share, a nickname you gave her, or a moment where she felt truly understood by you. Think of these like little mental reminders. So later on, when she hears a certain song, a phrase, or even visits a place you went together, it brings you back to mind. And the best part, it doesn't take anything big or flashy. It can be as simple as how you listen to her, how you joke with her, or how you make her feel seen. When she connects those feelings to you, your absence won't just go unnoticed. It'll actually feel like something is missing. 7. Keep a little mystery. One of the quickest ways to lose attraction is becoming too predictable too fast. If she already knows your routine, your responses, your habits, and can guess everything you're going to say, the excitement fades. At that point, you're no longer interesting. You're just familiar. What actually keeps attraction alive is a sense of mystery. Not in a fake or manipulative way, but by not revealing everything all at once. Let her gradually get to know you over time, like layers being uncovered. Keep parts of your life private. Stay active outside of the relationship. And don't feel the need to share every detail or update. Instead of giving her your whole story up front, give small pieces. Mention goals you're working on without explaining everything. Share moments without over-explaining them. Let her curiosity do the work. When there are still things to learn about you, she has a reason to stay mentally engaged. Because in the end, the guy she can easily figure out is the one she forgets. But the one she's still trying to understand is the one she keeps thinking about. At the end of the day, making a woman miss you isn't about tactics or playing mind games. It's about understanding balance, self-worth, and the emotional impact you leave behind. The man she remembers isn't the one constantly seeking attention or overextending himself. It's the one who shows up with intention, creates a genuine connection, and then has the confidence to step back and live his own life, allowing space for that connection to naturally grow. If you found value in this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any upcoming content. If you have a different perspective or want to share your thoughts, drop a comment below. I always appreciate hearing your point of view. And if you're dealing with something more personal in your relationship and feel like you need deeper one-on-one guidance, you can always reach out to schedule a consultation so we can talk it through together. I'm Andre Pearson. See you in the next one.